Welcome to another edition of the Macro Minute. I'm Jeffrey Cleveland, Chief Economist at Payden & Riegle Investment Management. Today's topic, what's going on with the 10-year? The 10-year U.S. Treasury yield this afternoon reached 2.50% after starting the year closer to 3%. And this is, with the backdrop that everyone was expecting higher interest rates in 2014. What's going on? Well, it's not the growth data. If you look at the vast majority of forecasts, forecasters expect 3% or higher U.S. GDP growth in Q2, Q3, and Q4. So that's not it. What could possibly explain this downdraft in yields? We would point to three things. First, there seems to be an empirical oddity going on here. When QE programs begin, yields rise, but when they end or are close to ending, yields fall. That's what we saw under QE1. That's what we saw under QE2, and that's what we're seeing again under QE3. So keep that in mind. There might be something worth looking into there. Secondly, there are too few treasuries in circulation. Don't believe us? If you factor out the amount that the Fed is buying and consider the net increase in treasury bill, note, and bond issuance, it's at its lowest level in a decade. So there's a scarcity of bonds out there. That's reflected in lower yields. And finally, and for us most important, at the turn of the year, many people were saying that the Fed would be hiking rates sooner rather than later. Some people even said as soon as Q1 or Q2 of 2015. We still think the first rate hike is more than a year away. And if that's right, short-term interest rates are going to be lower for longer, and that has an implication for longer-term Treasury yields. And perhaps we're seeing that reflected in 2.50% 10-year yields right now. And that's a Macro Minute. I'm Jeffrey Cleveland.